Hello all, welcome to Ambari Cloud YouTube channel, part of Ambari Cloud LLM class. Today I'm going to discuss with LLM and LLM chain. What is an LLM? LLM is basically a base language model like OpenAI. And if you look at there are GPT 3.5, GPT 4, there are different models available to build your the retrieval RAG, basically retrieval augment generative. So the LLM, right, large language model, it's very basic. Basic means in science is you ask for a question, it retrieves it, right, and it's a direct prompt model. So it is essentially a raw interface to the underlying large language model, right? So the LLM, and so if you look at the long chain OpenAI, so if direct question, right, and basic interface, then advanced interfaces we will look at it, right? When you send a single prompt to the LLM, it generates a response, right? Tell me a fun fact about space, whatever some information you ask. It's a direct question. So it's useful, simple, isolated tasks that don't require complex logic or chaining, right? The chaining basically, you send a message and it responds it, then you ask again, you respond it. So basically, a series of actions are happening in chaining. But in the basic LLM, you ask a question, it is answered. That's it. Then there is no history part of it. There is no charting, and then there is a memory and all that stuff. So generate text from a simple prompt. Tasks like summarization, query answers, simple create writing. So for example, give a document, right? Write a summary, right? And you ask a question, it answer it. Or hey, I want to write a simple story. Those kind of things you're going to use for LLM basics, right? So some use cases definitely we use it, right? So what you do is you set up a OpenAI API from Longchain, and then of course you have a key already set up, part of your environment variable. So where you set up this key in your bash file, and then as soon as you start, then you can basically load .env will load your OpenAI API key. Then you're going to instantiate OpenAI LLM, and then okay, give me you send in a question, it will send the response back. Now you can also specify what models you want. This is a default model, but here you can say GPT 3.5, GPT 4. Then you can specify what models. Then the model you built, your basically your fine-tuned model, whatever you have. Then if you then after that you invoke, right? Then with your says, right? This is a old way of doing it. Then this is with the new turbo GPT 3.54. Then you instantiate LLM, you invoke it, but here you can directly make a call, right? Then you can see what type of LLM and what is the result of it, and then you can print the results and all that stuff. Okay. So think about like when you are making a call, not ChatGPT, but you send a question, it returns the answer, but there is no the previous information remembered by your LLM. Then we will go to the advanced features. Okay, so let's get into simple example here, and I set up my key, then I my OpenAI, right, and then instantiate, then I'm going to invoke, right, and then it's invoking my message here, sorry, then the answer, then, or as I said, right, you can ask your question, you can specify your model, and then you will ask for it, then you can also invoke, right, then it's invoking here. Then look at, we can also call the LLM directly like this, right? Now if you look at here, I'm going to, okay, let's run that, right? Okay, so this is the result, right? When you ask for LLM directly, then print the type of the LLM. Okay, so it's a LLM based OpenAI. Then of course, then type of the print result type. Okay, it's a string, right? Then it's basically returning the string value, right? And so display the type of the model, and then open use of open AI model, right? And then then you can the values you are looking for. So this is very basic LLM. So importantly here, long chain OpenAI instantiate, send a message, and then of course you can also invoke directly. So that's how we're gonna build LLM objects. So there's nothing much fancy here. You just instantiate LLM, invoke it, and then you can send a question. Then, but if you look at here, there is no parameters, right? You're simply sending a question and return the answer, and then you display it. That's about it, right? Or you can ask, okay, here I want to plan hike to Colorado, then do that, or I want to write a some para, I want to write an email. Those things you can ask directly. So that's mostly about the basic LLM. And then next we will going to look at the LLM chain. Any questions, send me an email to skondapalli@ambaricloud.com, and also I will update these in the Git. So check out the Git location, then Ambari Cloud notebook, and then you can practice it. Thank you. Bye now.